other news, I know like what's the fund called? Is it called the BTFP? The Fed has their fund to basically increase liquidity for the banks to tap
Oh,
cash into,
yes.
and that's
Coming to an
running
end.
out
Yeah.
actually on Monday,
Yeah, that's a big news. And
the coming week.
a lot of small banks are still kind of feeling the strife and are still a little bit in trouble. And we've been
Yeah.
so yeah, like you're saying, there's basically big
Yeah.
banking. So the thing that Sid is talking about, I'm also not 100% sure what the acronym is, but what it is it's basically an additional lending program that was implemented by the FCC, uh, by the FDIC rather, during COVID kind of
Right.
era, to get the Federal Reserve to make it more simple for smaller banks to have access to liquid money or liquidity, because a lot of banks were having liquidity crunches, and there was bank failure worries, especially around the time that we saw Silicon Valley Bank go belly up,
Yeah,
uh,
Signature, I think that was
not
the
too
other
long
one.
ago. And so those lending basically allowances have been made a lot easier and more lax, so that little banks have a little bit more runway and can stay in business. And those lax allowances are going away, and it's going to be back to business as usual. While a lot of these banks, I don't think, are ready for that. And so we were tracking here on the right. You can see the chart for New York Community Bank, where we were
I think
looking.
they're the ones who actually bought out Signature or one of the failed banks before.
That didn't go so
So
well.
they're the ones who acquired or bailed them out and then took on all the additional debt. And of course, these guys now, like you can
Yeah.
see this big gap down. But we were, for our members, let me turn on the volume so you can see. But there was a bearish pennant pattern. You can
Yeah.
see this like wedge here. And I measured the flagpole, which is like from where the candle starts all the way down here. And then I basically copied the line to the right, which actually so the price was anyway going to test our indicator strength band.
Yep.
That was going to happen. So it retested to around there. And then, of course, then it dropped sharply. And we had a lot of puts.
A lot is so
and
ridiculous. It's
we made
literally
solid
the
profit.
day before that drop. We were posting in the Discord, like before markets closed. We were like, "Hey, look at this pennant. Like this is looking like we're gonna close this gap." And I literally bought my put options the day before it dropped down like 46% the next day. They halted
Yeah, it was
trading and
like
everything. It was
it
like a
halted trading. Yeah, and it
collapse
wicked.
event.
Yeah, it was like huge, and it wicked exactly to where our target was. And
Yeah,
then I think there was news that they might be bailed out, and then wick back up.
all the way back up
And then
instantly.
but then it closed bearish. Like that looks kind of bearish on this is a daily chart for the
Yeah.
bank. So I don't know if it's again gonna start its next downtrend or what, but
I
like
still have
yeah.
a couple of my contracts open, because when they halted trading, I was stuck holding on to it, even though I was deep in profit. I wasn't
Right.
able
You
to.
couldn't.
That was really irritating. So I still
Yeah.
have a few contracts. I'm already like more than double what I started with. My principal has been recovered, so it is effectively house money at this point. But I was definitely a
Yeah. Right.
little irritated to see them halt trading, and that again is like, not the
That
first
doesn't
time.
happen with crypto,
Exactly.
it's
It's not the first time I've
24/7.
seen
There's
this
no halting.
happening on the stock market, but not on the crypto market.